Welcome to Fastang 444. When the game was starting here at the Bird's Head, I did not see a drop, so I'm going to move over here to the Eagle's Head. My controller is drifting there. That was not indecision. Well, that worked out. I at least found something at the beginning here, a level 3 Audi Quattro, and I am looking around. I see a drop over here towards the beak of the Eagle's Head, this intersection, and this winds up being a level 4 Audi S1. Immediately after I get into this, I see a car on the mini-map that was very close. Most likely they were coming over to these drops, and I took both of them. Leave no drop behind. Actually, if I find two drops close to each other, I will try to take the lower of the two first, and then the higher, and literally leave no drop behind. So this winds up being a level 1 Nissan Tsuru. Finish is over towards the southeast, and I thought that might be the case because I am within the arena wall this far east. Usually that's a clue that the arena will be either in the southeast or northeast, and based off of past experiences, when a head-to-head leads southeast, it will be a final showdown in the southeast. The next head-to-head, if I engage in a head-to-head that originated in this area, would most likely go back to where I started the game. The head-to-heads will go within the arena wall. And as the arenas shrink, then of course they will be all within the future arenas. And here's a vehicle right over here. What are they in?
Opponent eliminated.
I think that was a level 2 Audi RS6. So I am not going to tangle with them, even though it's a level 2. It's more of a level 5-6 speed vehicle. It's got a actually top speed that is much higher than what I am in, so I don't want to set myself up for failure. Let's go back over the direction that I started. Let's get across the creek here. Around that dirt road is a flat route. I recognize this location on the map. This bridge will lead me back over to the Eagle's Head and Dog's Head. Actually, the Dog's Head road configuration that is shaped like a dog's head is right here. This would be the neck. I know there are buildings around that kind of small switchback would be the neck of the Dog's Head, and then there is a trapezoid area on the back of it. You can see it there. So the Eagle's Head would be off to the right. Let's go take a peek at this drop. I would definitely will take this Maserati Levante. It has the highest road speed of all the level 5s. I will pause here. Here's a vehicle coming right towards me. start turning. So let's go chase them down and get into a head-to-head with them. They wind up being in a level 4 Subaru WRX, and the head-to-head is going to go southeast. So I will speed the rest of this up and put some music over it so that this video doesn't go on too long. You can see I came over here to the pyramid strip away from what I call the progression of the game and caught this level 4 Mitsubishi Lancer. Off to the southeast we go. I will park here in this traffic circle, and I can see it's going to be Arena 7. And this road that leads in front of me towards the final arena is actually the road that I would use to exit in the final showdown. And along the way, I go by level 2 Audi RS6. I actually thought I may just have enough time to complete this head-to-head, but I do not. So now I'm a little out of position. So I was going to try and go over towards that bend in the road for Arena 7. You can see it here. And because I can't get to that point, I am just going to leave now. This is the road over on the left that I will use to exit, and I will be late on my exit. There are 2 drivers over here. One of them left early and is eliminated by the arena. This other one is a level 9 Andretti Beetle, taking the same route I am. 2 closely matched, actually, speed vehicles. I will go through the left center of this traffic circle. That's a clear route. They took a very similar route, and they wound up fishtailing a little bit through there, so I was able to pass them. I do not need to open up the map. I am very familiar with this finish point. Where those lights are some buildings around the southeast of Atlantis de Tula. Just right of those lights, I can go into Atlantis de Tula, and I will zigzag through Atlantis de Tula, and there is a gap through the trees over here that leads to the road where the finish is. Here's that gap. Go a little bit off to the right, and then over to the left to the road, and the Andretti Beetle wound up going through the trees, so this should be an easy win for me. Don't overshoot this turn too much. Alright, I got this.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
This was the following game. I came over to this village that's on the south of the map, close to Tunnel Road, and this is something I will do from time to time, right near where a final showdown or a head-to-head that I lose is located. I will go to a point that I am familiar with where a drop would be, and when the game starts I see 3, so I at least have a level 3 in this game. And I will pause this so you can see where this is located. There are 2 drops here actually, and since there isn't any other drivers around, I will take both of these drops. Level 3 Audi Quattro first, and then go over and take the level 5 Maserati Levante. And after I take this Maserati Levante, I will go back over the direction that I started, and just around the bend, I can see I'm not too far outside of where the next arena will be, so I have some time to drive around here. There aren't any drivers on the mini-map yet, so sometimes there's a higher level drop over here. I don't see one, so I will just drive around looking at where potentially drops would be in this area, and then make my way over into the next arena, and I will speed this up up until I get to the point where I am inside of the next arena, because I didn't find any higher level drops, and play some music. Next to this building, sometimes there is a drop after the arena shrinks, but more importantly, I'm overlooking those greenhouses where if there isn't a drop right here, there will be drops ahead, and there are multiple drops, so let's go over here. I don't see, we're near the stream on both sides of it. Sometimes there are drops, there aren't, but look at this. That was well worth the wait. An Audi RS7. More of a level 9 top speed vehicle than the level 6 that it is. There's another level 6 at Chola, but this is faster. And here is a vehicle right here. So I think they were coming over to the drop that I just took, and then the Chola, and saw me coming towards them and are on the run. So I will chase them and engage in a head-to-head with them. I am gaining on them very quick, so I have a faster vehicle, and that's typical of someone that's on a car drop search. Usually if they are in a higher level vehicle, they are engaging in head-to-heads, and they are in a level 2 Porsche 911 Carrera. Tried giving me a little bump unsuccessfully, and the finishes going over towards the direction of where the final arena will be. So I will go and line up this road here, and there's a gap between the trees, and it's the dry season, so I can cross here. If it was the wet season, I would have to go all the way around to a bridge over to the finish and get into a level 7 Ferrari.
Opponent eliminated.
Thought actually about staying in the Audi RS7 because I think it has a higher top speed, but if I engage in one or two more head-to-heads, I can possibly get into something faster yet. So that's the plan. Now let's head away from the progression of the game. It's going to be, I think, Arena 15. And I will speed this up here. This was just me driving around the perimeter looking for someone to engage in a head-to-head with or finding a higher level drop. So as you can see, I am on the hunt, trying to catch this vehicle and engage in a head-to-head with them. I am gaining on them, and they're right here. I just missed them. But then here is a different vehicle that comes along that I catch and will engage in a head-to-head with. They are in a level 6 Exocet. These are actually two very closely matched vehicles, even though they're 2 levels apart. So I will go on the west side of New Lake, which they are actually taking the identical route and run right into that building. I actually thought they may rage quit, but they didn't. I hand it to them for not doing that. I think it's wise to always see a race out, because I could potentially hit multiple trees, get hung up in the woods here, and they could pass me. So they're wise to see this race out. They're not too far behind me, actually. I will get this win in, and it's common in Final Arena 15 that those that engage in late head-to-heads like this will be caught out of position for the final showdown, and that is the case here. And I am getting into this level 9 and Dreddy Beetle. So I will open up the map here and show you where I'm at in Final Arena, where I should be for the normal exit, which I will take. I thought about trying to influence the finish north up the coast, but decided no, let's go with the normal route.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
Right at this bend in the road, I would leave between 11 to 13 seconds. I actually would have been there at that range had I not hit the tree. I exited 1 second. Not bad for having to scramble to my exit. I will go to the left here in line of this angled road, avoiding buildings on the left and the bridge that's on the right. Finishes straight ahead, and I am the only one going in this direction. So I will follow along the line of electrical power towers. This is a clear route through here. And once I cross the highway, I will angle over in line of where the finish is at. Almost spun out there. I was able to maintain my direction. Looks like the finish is just, what would this be, southeast of the stadium. Hit another tree. Not uncommon. It's hard to get a final showdown in and not hit at least one obstruction. So, let's see. Let's see if I can't zig and zag through here and get a clean run the rest of the way. So far, so good. Great, back-to-back wins. Yes!
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video along with all of my videos. And if you've been enjoying my content, subscribe please. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I really need your help.